This is the final part of the October Theory Revolution. Over the past 2 videos, you've followed Sarah's incredible journey from serial resolution breaker to successful entrepreneur using October Theory. Today, I'm going to give you the complete Finish Strong blueprint so you can end your year more powerfully than you ever imagined possible. When we left Sarah, she was about to make the transition from corporate employee to full-time entrepreneur on January 1st, thanks to her strategic 90-day October Theory approach. 1 year later, Sarah's life looks completely different. She's running a 6-figure consulting business. She works from home, sets her own schedule, and chooses clients she genuinely enjoys working with. More importantly, she's transformed her relationship with goals and change. She's no longer someone who makes plans she doesn't keep. She's someone who commits and delivers. But Sarah's success isn't the end of the story. It's the beginning of yours. Because today, I'm going to give you everything you need to implement your own October Theory transformation, no matter what month you're starting in. Let's begin with the Finish Strong blueprint. This is specifically designed for December, the most underutilized month of the year for personal transformation. Most people mentally check out in December. They tell themselves they'll start fresh in January. They use the holidays as an excuse to postpone their dreams for another month, another year. This creates a massive opportunity for people who understand how to harness December's unique energy. December is actually the most powerful month of the year for goal completion, not goal setting. While everyone else is in rest mode, you can be in finishing mode. The collective energy of people winding down creates less competition and more opportunity in almost every area. Sarah discovered this during her December completion phase. While her colleagues were mentally checking out, she was having the most productive conversations of her career. Holiday parties became networking opportunities. Year-end reflection time became strategic planning time. The quieter pace of December allowed for deeper focus and more meaningful progress. Here's your December Finish Strong protocol. First, identify one major goal you can complete before December 31st. Not start, complete. This might be launching that website, writing that first chapter, having those difficult conversations, or making those important calls. Second, use the unique psychology of December to your advantage. There's something magical about finishing the year strong. It creates momentum that carries into the new year, rather than the typical January scramble to find motivation. Third, leverage the fact that most people are less active in December. This means less noise, fewer distractions, and more space for your voice to be heard in whatever field you're entering. But what if you're just discovering October Theory now? What if you're starting in November or even December? Does that mean you've missed your chance? Absolutely not. Here's your late starter protocol. If you're starting in November, you have 2 powerful months instead of 3. November becomes your foundation and acceleration month combined, and December becomes your completion and launch month. The timeline is compressed, but the principles remain the same. If you're starting in December, you're actually in the most powerful position of all. December starters get to use what I call New Year launch energy. While everyone else is making vague resolutions, you're launching something real. You get to start January with momentum instead of motivation. The key to being a successful late starter is to narrow your focus dramatically. Instead of trying to transform your entire life, pick one specific area and dominate it. Sarah focused solely on launching her business. You might focus on your health, your relationships, your finances, or your skills. One area, total commitment, maximum intensity. Now let's talk troubleshooting, because not everything will go perfectly during your October theory journey. The most common challenge is holiday distractions. Family gatherings, social obligations, and cultural pressure to just relax can derail your progress. Sarah's solution was to reframe these obstacles as part of her strategy. Family gatherings became opportunities to practice her elevator pitch. Holiday parties became networking events. She turned potential distractions into progress accelerators. The second common challenge is motivation drops. The initial excitement of starting fades and the work gets harder. Sarah prepared for this by creating what she called momentum anchors, small daily actions that kept her moving forward even when she didn't feel like it. For her business, this was one LinkedIn post per day and one outreach email per day. No matter what else happened, these two actions maintained her forward momentum. The third challenge is what Sarah called resolution creep, the temptation to wait for January like everyone else. The cultural programming around New Year's resolutions is strong, and it takes conscious effort to resist it. Sarah's strategy was to immerse herself in October theory content and success stories to maintain her belief in the approach. Here's how to master year-end energy. While most people are reflecting on what they didn't accomplish this year, you're actively accomplishing it. While most people are making lists of what they'll do next year, you're doing it right now. This creates a psychological advantage that's hard to overstate. The collective winding down also creates unique opportunities. People are more relaxed, more reflective, and often more open to new connections and collaborations. The usual barriers and gatekeepers are often in holiday mode, making access easier. Sarah used this to her advantage by scheduling important conversations in December. She found that people were more likely to take meetings, more willing to give advice, and more generous with their time and connections. Remember, October theory isn't just about changing when you start your goals. It's about changing your entire relationship with change itself. It's about becoming someone who finishes what they start, who creates results instead of just making plans, who ends the year stronger than they began. Sarah's story proves that this approach works. She went from 20 years of failed January resolutions to one successful 90-day transformation that changed her entire life trajectory. This completes our 3-part October Theory Revolution series. You now have everything Sarah used to transform her life: the psychology behind why October beats January, the 90-day method that creates sustainable change, and the Finish Strong blueprint to end your year powerfully. If you're ready to join the October Theory Revolution, comment October Power below and share what goal you're going to finish strong before the year ends. Your transformation doesn't have to wait for January. It can start right now. Share this series with someone who needs to discover the power of finishing strong. And remember, the best time to change your life isn't next year, next month, or next week. It's right now, with the time you have left. Your October theory transformation starts today.